Shadow Ho-Oh is coming out this weekend, and we want to make sure you guys have all the tips, tricks, strategies, counters, top megas to use to make sure to take down this Pokemon in Pokemon Go. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Trader Club. Here we go. Shadow Ho-Oh is coming into raids similar as they did Shadow Mewtwo. So it's not going to be like the birds. It's not going to be here for a month or a month repeated. It's going to be 2 days, which is going to be the 27th and the 28th is going to be populating Shadow Ho-Oh raids. And this is going to start at 6 a.m. So the first raids that are going to be Shadow Eggs hatched on this day are going to be Shadow Ho-Oh raids. Just a reminder, you cannot unfortunately invite to Shadow raids. So you are going to have to go out there with a party. Not only that, you guys are going to want to use the party play feature because the party play is going to make the biggest difference for you guys. Trust me, it makes a massive difference. You get into a party, you don't even have to be friends with that person. It could be a random person that you're playing with. Join the party, and then approximately every other attack, you're gonna have 2 times the damage that's coming from that attack, which is gonna mean it's like if you have 4 players in the lobby, every other attack is gonna be like 8 trainers throwing a special at the same time. So it goes down way faster. And obviously for the first time ever, we have the Shadow Shiny Ho-Oh, which is gonna look fantastic. The only problem that we do have here is that Shadow Ho-Oh also had the Apex Shadow come out. So the regular one can get the Sacred Fire. The one with the Apex, which hopefully at some point there would be in raid battles because that would be really freaking cool. That one is going to get the Sacred Fire Plus and the Sacred Fire Plus Plus, which is going to be the stronger moves if you purify it for the Plus Plus or the regular Plus. So it's an additional add-on, but there hasn't really been too many Apex Pokemon after this in the Shadow form. So now let's get into the details about Ho-Oh. It's going to be a fire and a flying type Pokemon. It is a pretty relatively even-keeled attack, defense, and stamina Pokemon, so it's going to be relatively challenging to take down overall. But as far as its weaknesses, it's going to have a double weakness to rock, which we are going to totally exploit and help us take down this Pokemon the fastest. It's also going to be single weak to water as well as electric for the flying. And notice that we did not have ground in there because once again, flying is double resistant to ground, and then fire is single weak to ground, making it single resistant to ground. And as far as its moveset go, it's going to get Steel Wing, Extra Sensory, Incinerate, and then it's also going to get Hidden Power. And the one thing about Hidden Power that you guys are going to have to understand is that whenever you catch said Pokemon, if you TM it to Hidden Power, it doesn't have Hidden Power. Whatever hidden power you get, it will be stuck on that specific Pokemon. You can't keep TMing it and getting a different hidden power each and every time. Unfortunately, that does not work. So hopefully, if you guys do want a specific hidden power, you do get that. And then as far as the charge moves, it gets a lot of pretty strong 1-bar charge moves. It's going to get Fire Blast, Solar Beam, Brave Bird, Return, and then there's going to be 2 elite TM moves. Number 1 is going to be Earthquake, and then there's going to be 2 elite TM moves. Number 1 is going to be Earthquake, and number 2 is going to be Sacred Fire. And you cannot get the Sacred Fire Plus, unfortunately, on this Shadow because it's not the Apex version. And as far as the 100% IVs, 2207 will be the level 20. And then there's 2 conditions, sunny and windy weather. That's going to boost it all the way to level 25 at 2759, which then is going to take us to how many trainers will we need to take down this Pokemon? Well, that depends on the level of counters that those trainers have. So at level 40 counter, so if all the Pokemon are powered up to level 40, it's going to take 2.77 trainers to take this down. So yes, you will take more gems, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. I was noticing when we were doing Moltres raids that my gems were running out a lot faster, obviously, when we have smaller parties. So it's harder to get those back, and then at some point we ran totally out of gems and we weren't able to use the gems, which was then starting to be somewhat of a problem, and we could not subdue it. We could still take it down, it just took a lot longer. So for here, if you guys have over the level 40 counters, you guys are going to take it down even faster. I suggest trying to find at least 5 to 6 to 8 people to take this down as fast as possible, and everybody can just use 1 gem to subdue rather than having a few people use multiple gems and then you run out of your stash faster because it doesn't replenish as fast as you'll use it at that small of a quantity of trainers, which then is going to take us into our top counters. Okay, so counter number 1 will be Mega Diancie with Rock Throw and Rock Slide. One thing about Mega Diancie is we only have 1 so far, so if you got stuck with a unfortunate one, unfortunately for you, you won't be able to use it too much. And then in spot number 2, we are going to have the Rampardos, and spot 3, Rhyperior. Both are going to be the Shadow forms. Rampardos is going to have Smackdown, Rock Throw, and Rhyperior is going to be Smackdown and Rock Wrecker, which is a Calm Day move, so you are going to have to Elite TM it. In spot 4, we have our Megas that we're going to start talking about here. So we have the Mega Tyranitar with Smackdown, which is the Calm Day move, and also the Stone Edge. Okay, Stone Edge, not the best moveset because it takes a little while to charge up, which makes it more prone to get taken down. So what's going to be the top Pokemon to use to go against this? My take is going to be Mega Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl. Why Mega Aerodactyl? Well, number one, it's going to get double rock moves, which is going to make it double effective against this Pokemon, and it also gets flying, which is going to give you the boosted XL candy. So hopefully, we've seen this many times, guys, and I've been talking about it for a while. You do have a Mega Level 3 Aerodactyl. Mega Level 3 will get you the most XL candy when you catch it, and number two, it's also going to be the best attacker. So maybe now is going to be the time for me to max out my Aerodactyl and to be able to use it for these raid battles. And also, if you guys do not have a Mega Level 3 of Aerodactyl, you can use any of the flying Megas, which are going to include Salamence, Rayquaza, Pidgeot, as well as Charizard. And then also you can use Primal Groudon for the sunny weather. As far as the sunny weather, you can also use the Charizard again, Blaziken, or the Houndoom. So you have multiple choices to be able to get you more XL candy when catching Ho-Oh in the Shadow Raids. And the moveset of that Pokemon is going to be Rock Throw and Rock Slide, and that's encounter number 5. Encounter number 6, we have the regular Rampardos, which is our first budget counter to be able to power up. We've had the research day. You guys have had the opportunities to play multiple events with this Pokemon, so hopefully you have one powered up. That's going to be Rock Throw, Rock Slide. Unfortunately, this Pokemon is a little bit glassy, so you're going to have to be a little cautious there. In spot number 7, we have Shadow Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge. In spot 8, we have Shadow Aerodactyl with Rock Throw and Rock Slide. In spot number 9, we have Tyrantrum with Rock Throw and Meteor Beam. In spot 10, we have Shadow Aggron. And then in spot 11, we're going to have the Smackdown Rock Wrecker on the Rhyperior, another budget counter. Also, Tyrantrum is a budget counter, but unfortunately, it hasn't been the most prevalent Pokemon. Yes, we did have an Adventure Week, but also at the same time, maybe you don't have a good one. And then in spot number 12, we have the Terrakion with Rock Throw and Rock Slide. Fortunately for you guys, the budget counters are doing much better in this situation than this other one, so that's obviously the situation. As far as the weather conditions, obviously we have the two conditions that boost this Pokemon, which are going to be windy weather, sunny weather. That's going to be the Pokemon to catch at the highest level to be able to save you the most Stardust for one. And then also in the sunny weather, we have to look out for Solar Beam. Solar Beam is going to be strong against rock type Pokemon, so they are going to be taking additional damage, and Ho-Oh hits pretty hard on all of its movesets, so we're going to have to be cautious when going after it. All right, guys, so that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Love and appreciate you guys. Good luck out there. I hope to see some big wins. Make sure to tune into my Twitter at the Trainer Club with 2 B's if you want to celebrate your Shadow Ho-Oh raids at Pokemon Go. I'm excited. Hopefully I can get a Hundo or another Shundo. I know that's kind of crazy to think, but I'm excited about these raids. The Shadow raids are so much fun for me, so hopefully you guys are going to be doing that too. Thank you guys as always. Love and appreciate you to all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, participation to excellent. I want to see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.